Hello, people of the world. I guess I don't really care. I'm here to review Seconds, this wonderful book by Brian Lee O'Malley. Yeah, seconds. I should just hold this up. So yeah, you see this artwork is done by another author. That is not David Lee O'Malley. Artist. I don't know why I said author. That's kind of weird. Here's the back art. Yeah, bruh. That was the cover art. And then we have this awesome, I mean, trippy feeling in the book, like the book itself. It's awesome. Yeah, it's an awesome read. So, where do we start, right? Where do we start? The book itself is a really interesting read, so I'm about to go in depth on that. Well, yeah. All right, title of the book is Seconds, as you saw. The creative team, the writer, and the artist for this book is the same person. Oh my gosh. It's Brian Lee O'Malley. He did everything. All right. Ballantine Books is a publisher of Seconds. So, yeah, you can kind of see that in the back of the book, truthfully. It's right here. Yeah, it's right there. It is a graphic novel. It kind of self-explanatory because, it just says graphic novel right there. It says it right there. Right there. Yeah, it is a graphic novel. Oh my gosh. How would I know that? It's right on the book. Um, the length of the total, like everything combined, is 321 pages. There are some blank spaces and like blank pages are not used, so it probably isn't completely 321. I believe Act 1 ends on page 9, mainly because page 10 is a blank page. Yeah, see? This is page 9. And then we have no page 10. It's run there by blank page. It starts here. And the reason I believe that it starts on page 9 is because that's when everything goes to, well, it's when everything starts. Nothing really, it's not even the first chapter yet, but you get these panels, these moment to moment panels, because they just flow together easily. Um, they're just, she's just really trying to figure out what is happening. Some strange, really barbarian type of girl is just in her room for some odd reason, and she's telling her off. And it's like, why are you doing this? When did you come in my room? Why are you in my room? I'm so confused. Um, and she's just trying to find out. And then page 11, we actually started off the story where you kind of learn who Katie is. And like I said, it's Katie's story. I didn't really say it that till now, but it's Katie's story. Um, so yeah, and page 11, Act 2, like I said, starts on page 11, but it doesn't really end till 227. Why is that such a big gap? I don't know. I will have to look to the page and then tell you. I said 227. I did. But yeah, the story is really, I can kind of just the the really, if I would say it in a brief way that won't spoil anything, but will get you interested, is that Katie is ingesting magic mushrooms and things happen when she ingests them. Yeah, that is really trippy without if without actually getting to know what's happening in the story. That sounds like a really bad interpretation of what's happening. It's like, wait, what? Things happen when she has mushrooms? So just a mushroom, like it's just a psychedelic trip, the whole thing, the whole ride? Is that's what I kind of want to see what happens. Like, you should. It's a good book. Brian Lee, Brian Lee O'Malley. It's kind of trippy. So the reason I say it ends on 227 is because that's when everything terrible happens. That's when she has to find a way to conclude. And then you have this really trippy kind of splash with two-page spread. See, I'm using my definitions. Two-page spread on what happens. Like That is really trippy. For somebody, yeah, it's like that. That really is an acid trip. That is a much. Yeah, that seems like a psychedelic. I dreamt of that before. Um, yeah, I guess. Uh, why do I act? I'm like, I've done drugs before. No, I haven't. I don't know what an acid trip is. If that's what an acid trip or any type of like reaction to drugs, I don't want a part of that. This is scary. Like if I see things like this walking around, I'm not going to say I really want in. I'm not. I don't want in on that. I'm sorry. I'm the person who's like, yeah, I don't want that. I don't want to deal with that at all. Um, no. Anyway, it starts on 229 because again, there is a blank space in my heart. Anyway, chapter 6 is when everything starts to normal for her. But at this point, she doesn't really believe what is happening. She's like, all right, then, I am going to go try to fix everything because, I don't want to die. Um, yeah, I don't want to die either. I'm with you, Katie. I don't want to die. I want to be immortal. Can somebody find immortality? But before that, fix my hair. Um, that has to do with the story in the review. Definitely. All right. So what do I have down on notes? Because I wrote notes because I wanted to be prepared. Um, I said it was Katie's story, and her goal is to have a restaurant. Katie is this businesswoman who, yeah, it's gross. Ah, it's gross too. Katie is this businesswoman who is trying to. She works at a restaurant. She owns a restaurant, but the thing is, the restaurant that she owns isn't her dream restaurant. It isn't really hers because the company owns it. So in order to, you know, find a way to, in order to get back her restaurant, she has to do a lot of stuff. She has to earn a lot of money, and she finds a cheat way out, a way to, restart everything before everything, well, as it is now, before she made all her mistakes and everything. And that's the mushrooms. The mushrooms are able to give her a wish. And when she wishes about something, it comes into fruition. And you kind of see exactly what happens when the wish comes true. And it's really nice because you get these different type of reactions from her, and you see exactly how different her world would be if she really made these different choices. And as somebody who always says, "Oh yeah, I really wish I could turn back time because then I would be able to, you know, make better choices." But you don't really know what's going to happen. And this panel, I think, is my favorite because she saw her ex-boyfriend, her ex, where she broke up with him because she wasn't ready for commitment. So she is really melting. Like, she's actually melting because she saw him and he's a beautiful man. She's like, I want that beautiful man back. I am a very chibi woman. I am very small. I'm short. So I need a tall man back in my life. And so she kind of gets that. She believes that she can get that. And even though this little scary little blonde chick and then covering with the is basically our antagonist, she's actually trying to help out Katie because she knows the mushrooms aren't something that's good. She shouldn't be doing this. It's killing the world by making a wish and changing everything. Just like in Rick and Morty's episode where I believe it was it was Morty who wanted to change something and then it messed with the space time continuum or the layers of the world, the dimensions. Rick and Morty's kind of trippy too. I don't really remember much of that. I always think I'm taking drugs when I watch that show. Anyway, yeah. So the book is an excellent read. I would recommend it to anybody. I tried my best not to spoil it. I hope I didn't spoil it for anybody, and I hope you liked it. will like my review, even though it wasn't really a review. I was just here to, help you out. Like I said, Katie has kind of the biggest character arc, mainly because she's the main character. Yeah. She changes from this person who has nobody to somebody who has somebody, and to realizing that, okay, she doesn't need her future. Her present was good enough. She doesn't need everything to change. And the reason she believes this is because she's not satisfied with life at all. And that's the trouble with everybody. We're never satisfied with life. We always want something better than what we have now. And that's kind of why there are mistakes with the world. Yeah. Are there effective transitions? I don't know. No. Well, these are effective transitions. But I just think these are story-wise transitions. You see that if you don't know what's happening right now, it is hilarious because they just look. She just looks like she's teasing him, and he's not happy with it. But the truth is, they're flirting. If you could see this panel, you can see the look on his face, and it changes from what we see initially. These two, their expressions change, which is a good transition to this panel. And that's why I like the book, because the transitions are fairly good. So like I said, I hope you read this. I would recommend it to friends, to classmates, to future ex-girlfriends. Because there's exes in this book, just like Scott Pilgrim. But not in the kind of, I'm going to beat you up because you are dating my ex. I never really understood that. But yeah, the book was nice. And you should get it. Just because a girl is taking mushrooms and changes her lifestyle and everything in it.